Welcome back. Now let's get the show on the road. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has employed a number of innovative approaches to improve the management and conduct of elections in the country. Some believe that INEC has done well, it has improved in some areas, while others think otherwise. In September last year, the INEC closed registration of voters ahead of the 2019 elections. Many have complained of their inability to get their permanent voters' cards, despite having registered a long time ago. But INEC, on its part, is also complaining that many Nigerians have refused to come forward and pick up their PVCs.
And so where is the gap?
Well, we have in the studio a social commentator and, in parentheses, a legal practitioner, Mr. Oscar Owundewe. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank
we
you for
also
having me.
expect another social commentator, Mr. Biodun Showomi. And we are hoping that Mr. Mike Igini, Resident Electoral Commissioner for Akwa Ibom, will be able to join us either via Skype or via telephone this morning. But we have Mr. Owundewe with us this morning. Why do you think that there's so many, because there are millions of PVCs that have not been collected, why do you think that Nigerians are not going forward to pick up their permanent voters' cards?
First of all, for you to get the correct picture, break it down to the various states and the various zones. Then you begin to understand that there are certain zones and some states who seem to know so much, and they've gotten up to 85% of their PVCs collected. What's going on? Then there are other places who seem not to know so much, or whatever.
They're not interested.
It's not true.
I
can talk about my village and my zone.
Oscar, you know that there's still a feeling in some quarters that my vote does not count, so why should I bother myself?
Yes, in some quarters, and I can tell you there are few. We're not talking about the elites or the educated or the ones who feel they are more bothered about other things. We're talking about people who actually look forward to that day. That's what we're talking about. On this, your program, as far back as 19 what? No, not 19 anything. I think it was 2016 or some thereabout. Mm-hmm. There was a gentleman that came from Kebbi, and he said something here on this program. Mm-hmm. He said that their PVCs is their biggest problem to collect. Why? That the PVCs were kept in a mosque, and they are Christians, and they can't enter the mosque. On this program, and I was on the program same day. I remember very well. He said that's what is going on. So look at it. The war-torn areas, they have over 85% collected, even in the IDPs.
Isn't that suspicious?
I don't know. So INEC is doing very well. I think so, yes. They're doing a lot of voter education. But where?
Now that you mentioned voter education.
Mm-hmm. Where is the answer? Is the question? Where? It's not happening in my area. When they had to do registration for those who are now above 18, oh God, it hurts to tell you that some people, I had to tell some politicians, I said, what are you doing about registration? He said, what can he do? I said, do what is being done in some parts of the country. Go and smile very well at the officers that are doing the registration, and you'll be surprised. He came back thanking me. He got 600 people registered in 3 days.
What do you mean smile very well?
I'm speaking a Nigerian language.
I thought you were speaking English, actually.
No, it was a Nigerian language. You smile to the man who does the registration.
So if I get what you're saying correctly, that means INEC still needs to do a lot more in terms of voter education.
A lot, of course.
And getting to the people just so they know that it is not just for them to register.
That's right.
They also need to pick up their cards.
And also give them information. This is it. If you have a problem, where is the complaints desk? Where do people go to say, I have been coming to get this PVC and I have not gotten it? Where? So that they can record. We've had this number of complaints. That is the way Abuja will know what's happening. Do they do that?
No, you said that in Kebbi, the cards were kept in a mosque.
Yes, that's what, yeah.
Well, that is news because we constantly hear that we should go to the local government office to pick up PVCs.
Well, I just told you what the man said here on your program. Yeah, if you go back and I can't remember his name. I promised him I'll keep in touch with him. I can't remember. He will tell you. In Southern Kaduna, are they not complaining?
Okay. We have the Electoral Commissioner for Akwa Ibom, Mr. Mike Igini, who's joining us via telephone. Good morning, Mike.
Hello, good morning.
Yes. You have heard our discussion so far, I presume?
Yeah, good morning, Alero, and my brother, Wendiwe, of course, and my sister there. Good morning to Nigerians.
Good morning.
Yes, I've been following your discussion.
Yes. Well. So why is it that many people cannot pick up their PVCs? Although you say that there are plenty yet to be picked up. You know, statements at variance.
Well, yeah, thank you very much. Yes, thank you very much. It is not wholly correct that many Nigerians are not picking their permanent voters card, even though we still have a number of PVC uncollected. But the first observation that should be noted is that some permanent voters cards will never be collected because some people have passed on, so many people have traveled out of the country, and so permanent voters cards of deceased person, and there are very many also, will never be collected. Now, after the suspension of the continuous voter registration exercise that began in the 27th of April 2017 and ended on the 31st of August. All through those periods, the Commission made available for collection individually in the various offices the collection of the PVCs. As a matter of fact, as we're drilling down to the 2019 election, between on the 6th of November and on the 21st of November, we down to the ward level.
Okay, Mr. Igini, I just hold your thoughts there. We'll come back to you. We need to go on this very quick break. We'll be back in a moment.